A fraud tier list, you say? How intriguing. What's up, guys? So here, and we want to do a breakdown / live reaction and review to Kumo Bear's Jujutsu Kaisen fraud tier list. I'm interested. I'm very, very interested in a video like this. Obviously, the word fraud has been, I was about to say just blown around. Really, it's been thrown around, blown around, knocked around, popped around. It's literally everywhere. Like, especially in regards to the JJK community, we be throwing that word like crazy. To the point where you can definitely argue it's lost a lot of its initial meaning. But I think that's the fun of it. Because Jujutsu Kaisen really has become Agenda Kaisen. And if you take it too seriously, of course, that can get really, really annoying. But I just find it funny. Very interested to see where he ends up placing some characters. Depending on how different his opinions are from my own, I may make my own fraud tier list if y'all are interested, because that could be fun to do. Especially considering, like, I have seemingly very different opinions of the fraud status of certain characters than the rest of the community. So we got a whole lot to talk about. So let's not waste any more time and let's hop right into it. Editing me, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Who is the biggest fraud?
What's up, guys? That guy with a pencil here. Fun fact, I do happen to have it on me, or keep it on me at all times. And another fun fact, you want to watch this video without my yapping? Perfect. The description. Link. Darn it, I couldn't say it right. The link in the description of my video will have the link to the original video and Kumo Bear's channel. Go run it up. Go sub it up. I can already tell, not only by the view count of this video, but also by the editing in like the first 3 seconds, this guy is going to be gas. I took a quick look at his channel because this is also my first Kumo Bear video. Luckily enough, YouTube, I think, has finally gotten the message that I kind of want to see content from everywhere, not just the same content I've already watched over and over and over again. So I'm more than excited. So please go run Kumo Bear up. I'm excited. Link will be in the description to his channel and the original video down below if you don't want to hear my yapping. For who's the biggest fraud in JJK, off rip, if I just had to name one character who's the biggest, fattest, juiciest, heftiest fraud this side of the Mississippi, it really depends on how you define fraud. Cause like, hold on. I gotta look up. I gotta take a look in a book, hypothetical reading rainbow, on like, if I don't have the dictionary near me and my Googler is currently in use. So I'm gonna say this blind. If you judge fraudulence by one stating something and their ability to complete something, and say a fraud is someone who is unable to complete what they are stated or they themselves stated they're going to be able to do, the biggest fraud may have to be Gojo Satoru himself. Because, hear me out. I'm not saying that makes Gojo weak. I'm not saying that makes Gojo fodder. But in terms of like fraudulence, if you define fraud as that, the inability to keep one's word, you turn into fraud, or you have credit fraud, or you commit tax fraud because you lied or made a mistake or said something that you ended up not being able to follow through. I mean, what promises has Gojo really managed to keep? He couldn't finish his mission to save Riko. He couldn't save Geto. He ended up saving Yuji and Yuta. Those are two big things. But hey, he couldn't handle Shibuya on his own. He ended up getting sealed away in a box, and he said he would win, and then he lost. So like, Gojo Satoru is a man of empty promises. That's a fantastic thing. He's still a good man. Don't get me wrong. He's a good man, Savannah. He's a good man. But like, if we're talking straight fraudulence, I may have to put my blue-eyed king up there. Just because he's a man who just consistently failed to keep his word. But that's the biggest one, if I had to put it. Because no, I don't think Sukuna's a fraud. The only thing you could hypothetically get Sukuna on is a statement he made in the early series. He said he was going to take over Yuji's body and beat Gojo that way. He didn't do that. He took Magame's body. That's about the only thing of fraudulence you can get him on. Sukuna never made any other claim beyond that. So, like, I can't really give Sukuna that. What fraudulence am I supposed to give to Itadori? That he was gonna... Oh, the only thing I can give is, like, he said he was gonna be surrounded by people when he went. Clearly he isn't. But still, I don't know. Like, Megami, but that's not necessarily himself. He's was called a potential man. He never claimed himself to be potential man. Like, I can't really give many other characters fraudulent status, at least on the top of the domer. But let's see what Kumo Bear has to say. Yeah.
In Jujutsu Kaisen. Is it Gojo, Nobara, or maybe Megumi? Well, today we're gonna find out by doing the Jujutsu Kaisen fraud tier list. Now, before we start, we need to establish what we determine as a fraud. In my opinion, it's someone who says they're really strong or acts like they're really strong by just acting really hard or being really cocky or something like that, and then getting clapped up by Miwa. And I'm only doing this based on season 1 and 2 of the anime, so manga readers, just chill out, bro. Now, the first person...
Oops! Okay. Limiting it to see the one season 2 of the anime. I guess Gojo can still technically count. But, okay. Someone who... So, that's an interesting... So, if we're going with that definition of fraudulence, then I think I can kick Gojo out of there, because he's clearly strong. Out of this list in particular, let me look at the list. Maki, I doesn't really claim to be strong. So, I guess she's, like, fair. I wouldn't really put her anywhere... I always forget the Esso or Kechizu. I think Esso's the normal looking one, and then Kechizu's the uglier one. Esso, he could kind of be put on fraud watch. Like, he claimed he was strong. He's like, oh, I'm a social grade card. You'll never beat me. Panda, we need to bury him beneath the tier list. We need to wipe him from existence. He's a crime and a blight on this beauty of a series. And the longer it still lives, the more agony it causes me at the end of all my days. I will relish the day when Panda is torn limb from limb and consumed by Sukuna, to be wiped from existence. Extremely fraudulent. Beyond the word fraud with how fraudulent he is. Then we have Nobito. I mean, Nobito talked a whole bunch of gas and then immediately got washed. So I guess you could kind of put Nobito in fraud watch. But to be fair, he was cooking Dagon. It was when Dagon opened domain that Nobito kind of got Nobito. Ghetto doesn't necessarily claim to be all too powerful, but you could definitely put him on fraud watch because he was like, "Oh, Yuta," or at least based on what he said, he's like, "Oh, Yuta, you know, I'm gonna get in your guts, bro." Well, he did not say that. He did not say that. I take that back. Ghetto did not say that, but he was like, "Yeah, you know, I'm just gonna easily wipe you and take Rika for myself," and yeah, he clearly didn't. Jogo. It's fraud. Like I think we can put him in fraud. Miwa, 100% legit. She never claimed to be strong. Like, she knows her place. Momo, fair, / 100% legit, no issue. Toji, I'd say you can put him on fraud watch or neutral fraud level. Because, like, he did trick himself into believing he could beat Awakened Teen Gojo. A mistake he never was able to correct. Let's see. Ino, fair, once again. Mai, fair, or 100% legit. Like, once again, she never claims anything about strength. Utahime, same. I mean, I guess you could put Uzumi on, like, neutral fraud level, because, like, she wants respect as if she's powerful, but she's clearly not. Yaga, 100% legit, doesn't do anything. Hanami, if anything, like, fair or 100% legit. They never necessarily claim to be strong, but at the same time, with Season 2, you could put them on neutral fraud level, because, like, well, they thought they were them enough to, you know, fight Gojo just because he took his technique down. See how well that did him. You know what? He's going to go through these. I'll address them as they come on. Let me not just go through and run through the rest. Let's see.
Is Maki, and I think her fraud level is pretty neutral. She did get bodied by Jogo, but that doesn't really mean anything. I mean, Jogo is really strong, and other than that, she hasn't really done anything too crazy, so we're just gonna put her there for now. And then we have this dude. Honestly, I don't need
he doesn't remember his guy's name. But yeah, I mean, I can see. But again, like, if we're talking about someone who claimed to be strong and was moving big and talking big motion, Maki never really did that. Like once again, she kind of knew where she stood. But, you know, I guess if we have to have a neutral to kind of base the rest of the tier list around, I guess Maki's a decent start.
I don't remember your name, but you are a fraud, bro. Bro got bodied by, like, 2 students. Like, that's just embarrassing, bro. Now, Panda is pretty fair, I'd say. You know,
I take back everything I said. I'm about to unlike this video. And I'm kidding. But, man, is he though? Like, if anything, switch Maki and Panda. I don't know. Like, neither of them claim it, but Panda's actually an insult to my entire existence. So, honestly, I can't lean one and rock with it. I honestly don't even want to listen to his reasoning. It's gonna be whack.
He hasn't really had much screen time. The screen time that he did have, or the one fight he had, he won. And other than that, he's just been a chill guy, so we're just gonna put him on fair. Now, the Sennin dude. You are the biggest fraud I've ever seen in my life, man. I've never seen someone act so hard and get bodied so hard. Bro is supposed to be the leader of the Sennin clan, and I mean, he would have gotten bodied by the crab guy. And the amount of smack he was talking in that fight just to get bodied like he did, like, that's just insane, bro. Now,
to be fair to my goat Naobito, he's not my goat, but like, I really like Naobito for some reason. To be fair to him, he was giving Dagon a 47-piece combo before Dagon opened domain. He did not think that Dagon was going to pop out fresh with the domain. I don't blame Naobito for that. Get off my boy's neck. But yeah, he was talking very big to lose in his like first 2 fights. You could argue he lost in his first fight. Like yeah, he wasn't beating Dagon. But let's say domain Dagon at least. He was probably going to beat regular Dagon.
Geto, I'd probably put him on neutral level as well. I mean, he did die, and his body got taken over by like some brain thingy. Kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie. But, you know, he was a pretty strong dude, so, I mean, I think we're just gonna put him there. Alright, now Jogo. This one, maybe he's gonna...
Okay, so it's kind of like a pseudo-power, pseudo-talk tale. That makes sense. But, yeah, I guess neutral fraud level makes sense for Geto. I mainly, when I think Geto, I think JJK0 Geto. You know, the tweak master who like was tweaking. Let's say
be a bit controversial, but I'm gonna put him in 100% legit. Now, the people I put in this tier are basically people.
What? Hold on a second. What? Wait. I run into a Jogo Glazer. I see the vision now. I see the vision now. I know it. I know a Jogo Glazer when I spot one. Really? If you don't flip that, if this don't get flipped in an instant, come on.
People that are as strong as they say they are, or as strong as they act. Now, granted, he did get bodied by Gojo and Sukuna, but I feel like those are exceptions, you know? Those guys are like gods, like, you know, of course they're gonna get bodied. And honestly, I think him getting bodied makes him less of a fraud, because when he actually does just like beat out of other people, it's just so unexpected because we're so used to seeing this guy lose. So when he absolutely like stomps on the Sennin dude, Nanami and Maki, I'm just like, bro, I didn't think you had this in your locker, man. And then Miwa, I'm sure people want me to put her in fraud, but honestly, I think she's pretty neutral. I mean, she's never said that she's...
I don't know. I feel like he was genuine though, Jogo stuff. Maybe I don't think he was memeing, but like by the definition and context that you laid out, Jogo has to be put. Do you know how big he was talking before he fought Gojo? Like he literally did the exact same thing Naobito did. Sure, he lived to tell the tale after he was legitimately saved, and when he proved his strength, he proved it against a one-armed old man who was fresh out of a domain, another one-eyed older man who was fresh out of a domain, and a young woman who was fresh out of a domain. Like, of course he's gonna beat them. Even though I believe that there's, like, very little hope for them anyway because of Jogo's own domain. Like, come on. There's no way we're putting characters like Maki and Miwa in neutral fraud level. But we're putting Jogo in 100% legit. But I see the vision now. I know what you are. Let's see.
Particularly strong or anything like that, so I'm just gonna put her there. Alright, now Toji, man, I'm a bit unsure on this one. He did die, kind of embarrassing, not gonna lie, but he did also come back from the dead. I mean, that's pretty impressive. So, you know what, sure, we'll put you there. Now, Ino isn't...
I know y'all are gonna be like, wait, Pencil Man, you're a Toji Glazer. How dare you try and... He kind of, like... I know he doesn't say it out loud, but, like, I think he should at least slide into, like, neutral fraud level. He was talking quite big, only to get two-pieced. They get blitzed in two-piece. Like, he was talking pretty big. And then remember, when he was just a puppet of Carnage, he still ended up getting rid of himself the moment he had to pay child support. If that isn't fraudulent, I don't know what is, but let's see.
Ino is an absolute fraud, I can't lie. I think I'll put him on Fraud Watch, but like, dog, he has yet to take a single W in this show, man.
Well, I mean, like, notably, I put him on fair, or like even 100% legit. Ino never talked that talk. Like, at least that's my big thing for Fraudulent. You gotta talk that talk and then fail to walk the walk. Jogo talked that talk and failed to walk the walk. Toji talked that talk in his head and failed to walk the walk. Panda... But, like, a lot of these characters, the ones who talk the talk, like Naobito and like Eso, like, yeah, I get them being frauds, but, like, Ino? When did he, in fact, if anything, he did the opposite of talking that talk. He kept downplaying himself to the point where Nanami was like, dude, like, I don't know why you just don't want to be grade 1 at this point. You easily are grade 1 material, but, just wanted it from his homie. So, like, that's a little bit crazy.
I mean, I feel like we gotta see more for him before I can really determine whether he is on fraud or not. So for now, we're just gonna put you on fraud watch, man. Now you, how did you even become a teacher?
Yeah, neutral fraud for my makes sense, because notably she talks big ups and talks big smack about Maki, but that's like sibling stuff. But at the same time, yeah, she's like, if we're just going by like the power metrics, she's very, very trash.
Bro, you are trash.
So I'm going to say your name. Then I'm gonna call you trash.
And I'm gonna call you trash.
Paul George, listen to me when I say this.
You gonna say this?
You are trash.
What did she do in the final battle against Geto, bro? She was just like hiding while her students were fighting. She's terrible. I'm sorry. The principal, I think we're gonna put you on fraud watch too, man. You have not done the entire show. I'm not gonna lie. Like, he just sat on the entire Shibuya arc, bro. Did not help out at all. And you are absolutely a fraud, bro. Get out of here. Hanami is like, I hate that character. She is the most annoying.
In offense of Utahime, nah, I put her on fraud watch. I wouldn't put her on fraud. I put her in the same tier as Yaga. Then again, Yaga never talked smack or big ups or really expected much from himself. Meanwhile, Utahime did have like some comments like, "Hey, don't belittle me." So like, I guess you can kind of put her on fraud watch. Hanami, yeah, it's the Gojo event. It's the Gojo event and turning off the main amp. That's enough. I won't even pretend that's not enough. I'm not gonna sit here and lie or try to deny it. Like, yeah, that's pretty bad. Let's see.
I've ever seen. I mean, first you got clapped up by 2 students. That's just an L. Then you just died. Like that. That's kind of crazy. Couldn't be me. Yeah, no, we smoking on that Hanami pack, bro. You're trash. And now, my guy. Easily 100% legit, bro. This dude is such a like side character. He's not even strong at all, but he still managed to do so much. He killed so many of those guys in the suits. He kind of like obliterated Nobara, then came back to like mess up Megumi. I mean, bro, Fushiguro had to use Mahoraga to beat this guy. That's how much of a threat he posed even when he's so weak. So I think just based off how much he was able to accomplish, I've got to put him in 100%.
I thought I had contract. I mean, I guess within, like, because, you know what? I'll give it to him. I'll give it to Haruta. Because notably, it's not like he ever gasses himself up. If anything, he agrees that he's weak. He just puts himself in the right situations. And hey, he just knows that you don't bring a screwdriver to a hammer situation. And he knows he's a screwdriver, so he only goes where there are screws. So he's right. I can't knock his hustle.
100% legit. Okay, now Choso, I put him in fair, you know? I mean, he basically killed Yuji, so that's...
I put him on neutral level fraud watch. Choso, because, like, who was supposed to off fake Geto or kenjaku? It was Choso, right? Guess who didn't? Also Choso. And, like, notably, he didn't even off Yuji. He failed. So he's 2-0 on people he meant to off. So I'm not sure. I think low-key, I gotta smack a little fraudulence on Joseph. Let's see.
Impressive. And then he went toe-to-toe with Geto, or whatever is inside of Geto. Honestly, pretty impressive. Didn't know you could do that, bro. Now, Toge, I'm not gonna lie, bro. We gonna have to put you on fraud watch. I mean, you lost an arm. That's kind of crazy. It couldn't be me. Also, it happened like off screen. But yeah, he hasn't really done a lot. I feel like they need to give him more screen time because he's a pretty...
Toge, like, he suffers from he himself not being fraudulent, but like the way he's gassed up by other characters and the way the narrative speaks about cursed speech and the Inumaki clan, he kind of ended up being fraudulent on that. Like, the Inumaki clan was so dangerous that they had to be hunted down. Oh, wow, their only representative is garbage. Like, not garbage, Like, Inumaki is well enough, but like he's so fodder, bro. Like we didn't even get to see him lose his arm. That's how unimportant and fodder he is. So I can understand putting him on Fraud Watch, mainly because of what the narrative supposedly slops off Inumaki for, which he just doesn't show.
Cool characters, so that's just a shame, really. Crab guy, you know, I'm a put you in fair. You was kind of strong. I mean, you.
Dagon, like, you know, for what Dagon was meant to cook, and for what they had to fight, and how they had to fight it, yeah, Dagon doesn't do too bad. At least in my opinion, Dagon does not do too bad, because like they don't claim all too much. They just claim we're humans too. We have thought. Well, not humans. We're sentient too. We have thoughts. We have wills. We have mindsets. Y'all just disregard it and throw it all aside because we're curses. That's mean. That's awful. He doesn't say anything about his strength or anything about his power. Like, not ever. And he does put up a pretty good performance. Once again, Jogo would have had a slightly more difficult time if Nobito was fresh. He would have had to use Domain himself. So, like, Dagon
would have cooked this fraud if he hadn't gotten help, along with Nanami and Maki. So, yeah, that's pretty impressive. Now, this dude, bro. Oh my god, what a fraud, bro. The biggest fraud I've ever seen in my life. I've never seen someone that acts this hard be so powerless in, like, every situation.
Yeah, like... Yeah, that's the thing with Kumo. He just suffers so much from there's going to be a character who's basically me but better syndrome. Like, you'd be shocked how much it afflicts certain characters across all types of media. Like, if characters have remotely similar power sets within their same universe, they will typically, unless they're supposed to be the main one, get crept. Or just be irrelevant, or be booty mean, or used as a comparison for why X character later is stronger. Why do you think Kumo's the one to point out, whoa, Choso uses blood manipulation? Wow, that's crazy. Because Choso's meant to be the better BM user, which he is. He is. That's just the case. So Kumo kind of gets done dirty by, like, his narrative role, and the fact that there's just an actual better BM user. So... And he does talk pretty highly, you know, he's supposed to be the next head of the clan and stuff like that. So he talks all that talk to, well, you know what happens to Kumo when they fought Hanami. You know.
Ooh, now, Nobara, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna have to put you in Fraud Watch. It kind of hurts to do so, but...
Here's the thing, right? She was talking so much smack to Mahito. To fall for, not necessarily, because here's the thing, right? I can't get mad at Nobara for falling for the Okido, right? Because, like, she had no idea Mahito could clone himself. Like, there was no indication. Yuji didn't give a warning. I don't think Yuji knew. Like, that was a thing that was completely caught off guard. But for Nobara to talk all that smack, oh, yeah, you're known as a coward for running away. Oh, yeah, you're fodder, you're booty meat, you're trash, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're trash. Like, to talk all that talk just to get one tap is crazy. She was really giving herself all these big ups only to get one tap backstory to use for character development. That's why me personally wouldn't let that slide. That could not be me. So yeah, unfortunately we gotta put a bar.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. You kind of got bodied by this girl, and then you basically got, like, killed. I'm sorry, but, like, your resume isn't looking very good. But she did do really well against the Mahito clone, so I guess we've got to put her on Fraud Watch for now. Hopefully she can get out of Fraud Watch and get a bit higher up in the tier. You know, she's a great character, so I don't want to see her in Fraud. Now, Gojo...
I'm pretty sure Editing Me already put a manga spoilers video... manga spoilers tag at the beginning of this, because I trust Editing Me. Hopefully he didn't forget it. I know you're busy, Editing Me. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and likely more sections, Editing Me. I know you're awake. So, like, poor Nobara fans. The longer the series goes on, the further she falls down the fraud tier list.
Oh, I mean, come on, bro. This is the easiest 100% legit. Again, I'm anime only, so I don't know what happens in the manga, but I mean, he always wins. Except for the time he lost, but, like, even when the time he lost, he, like, came back from the dead just to win. He's, like, the only character in Jujutsu Kaisen that can actually back up the top. I mean, literally every character refers to him as the strongest. Now, Yuji... I'd probably put him in fair, you know what I'm saying? Like, the stuff that he's done is pretty impressive. And the entire Shibuya arc, like, he was just boxing for, like, 10 episodes straight, never getting tired. So, we gotta...
In terms of power, yeah, I agree on Gojo, but like, at least under my definition of fraud, I already told you my thoughts on Gojo. But yeah, Yuji being fair, yeah. Yuji, once again, he never necessarily gasses himself up at all as like a powerhouse, but he does pull out crazy dubs. Like, especially for a man of his talent and or lack of talent when it comes to curse techniques, yeah, that man pulls out some straight nonsense. Like I was about to be like, oh well, he kind of pulls out this or no, that man's insane. He pulls out nonsense when he feels like it, which is really, really good for a character of his stature.
Hand it to you. Like, obviously, you know, you didn't have, like, a perfect performance. Like, your homies kind of got, like, murdered right in front of your face. But we're gonna put you in fair. Now, this guy, you know, I'd probably put him in 100% legit as well. Like, he clearly does not ever state that he's strong or anything. In fact, he doesn't even want to fight. He doesn't want to be there. So, you know, you gotta give it to him. Fushiguro, ah, man,
Yeah, Kusakabe. Yeah. Especially, once again, I'm talking from manga's standpoint here. Yeah, like, Kusakabe stands on business, knows where he stands, has never made any claims about himself, and in fact, is in the opposite.
Sorry, but, like, I think we're gonna have to put you in Fraud Watch as well. I mean, has he, like, ever won a fight? I guess there was that one thing at the end of season 1, but, like, every other time, bro has just been getting a beating, dog. Now, Junpei, I honestly...
Here's the thing about Megumi's fraudulent status. It once again goes to the idea of, like, putting weight on claims. Does Megumi ever claim he's that guy? Not really. Like, at least from what I remember, he never is the kind of guy to be like, yeah, you know, I'm him, I'm really him, you know, I'm that top tier, next level, Super Saiyan 5, like, yeah, I'm him. He never really does that, ever. So I can't really give him too much flack, but in terms of, like, once again, kind of the Inumaki problem, the narrative and other characters gas up Megumi so much. There's a reason we call him Potential Man. But, like, he never lives up to it. Especially by the manga. But, like, we
don't even know why you're here. I'm just gonna put him there. I literally don't care. Alright, Mei. Okay.
Low-key, you could definitely put Junpei in 100% fraud. Did you see the way he was talking after he got some booty butt cheek curse technique? Was talking mad devious for someone who was fodder, but that's fine.
It's interesting. I think I'm gonna put you on Fraud Watch. I feel like she was pretty cocky and everything throughout the entire Shibuya arc, and she approached Geto like really confidently. The issue with her is that for some reason that fight was like off screen, so I don't really know what happened. All I know is that she almost died. So I mean that's pretty bad. Alright, now Sukuna obviously.
I think that, like, there are definitely reasons to slander man, but, like, I think that's unfair. Like, if you're gonna give Jogo a pass because he ran into two of the strongest characters in the verse and has no feats outside of that, I think we can give Mei a pass. Like, what was she supposed to do against Kenjaku? Fight him? To do what? Die? Like I feel like it's a little bit harsh, but okay. We can put her on Fraud Watch, because once again, she ran away. I can give that. Especially after she was talking all that talk. But still, darn, man. Nanami. Yeah, he's 100% fair. He doesn't do anything too crazy. At least in my opinion.
He's gonna be here, bro. The only time he lost was against Gojo in, like, episode 1. And he only had, like, one finger. And then we got my man's Nanami looking like he about to take the biggest dump ever. I'll probably put you here, you know. I mean, honestly, my favorite character in the entire show. You know, you can't really hold him dying against him because that was basically just... at that point. Now, Yuta, I feel like we don't really...
I'm gonna put a language on that, just because I don't trust it. I really don't. Really don't trust it. Editing B, I'm sorry. I know Editing B is so mad right now. He's like, why? This is him editing me screaming like, this is why you vet. This is why you vet before you wake me up. I'm sorry, boss man. You need to awaken. And you need to cook.
Have enough screen time, but you did do really well in the movie, I suppose, so I'll put you in fair. Now, Mekamaru, oh my god, bro.
I think Yuta's like one of the few characters who can get 100% legit. Well, actually, no. He fumbled on his word once by manga standards, because he didn't beat Sukuna. But, like, not his fault, not his place. No one expected him to. So, like... Yeah, he's 100%. He's 100%. Kokichi Muda, though.
Get up here, man. The biggest side character of all time did the most crazy I've ever seen. Easily 100% legit, bro. Now, Todo... okay, listen. He's like almost my favorite character. But
here's the thing, though. Kokichi Muda should be put in 100% fraud. Like, he should be at the bottom of the tier list with Kamo, Hanami, Utahime, Nabito, all that. Did you see how much smack and how confident he was against Geto, or Fake Geto / Kenjaku and Mahito? Someone's talking mad devious for someone who's fodder. Like, what? What? He was so confident. He was confident enough and had enough gall that he really believed he could work with and then outsmart the villain. Like, he should be down there. He's cool. He's cool, but, like, what dubs does he have? What success does he have? What did he accomplish? All nothing after talking so much smack. So I don't know. Personally, Kokichi, he would have to get the ban hammer for me. But it sounds like he's about to knock down my boy Todo, which is unfortunate. Because I don't think Todo, he shouldn't have any fraud allegations, except for like maybe the 530,000 IQ thing. But he is that smart.
I almost have to put him in Fraud Watch as well. I think I'll put him in neutral for now. The reason being that he lost his arm against Mahito when he was so confident that he was gonna do good. Like, Todo is like the definition of confidence. I've never seen someone as confident as him. So for him to lose his arm and also get like kind of bodied, that's just nah. Now Mahito, I'd probably,
I guess, because he came in, but notably, I don't know. I haven't reread this Shibuya. I haven't reread the Shibuya arc in a minute, and I didn't actually watch the anime because shock horror. I'm gonna make a versus. I plan to go in sequence and like cover all the battles now that the Blu-rays are out and like break them down bit by bit, piece by piece. But like, maybe Todo was talking smack. I don't remember him doing that, but I'll take Kumo Bear's faith. I'll take Kumo Bear's.
We put him fair. I mean, the amount of bodies he caught was insane, bro. This man was.
You could put him in Fraud Watch though. Like, at least for me, in my opinion, Mahito, he talked a lot of smack just to get smacked. And then he was talking all big about having no fear of the end and stuff like that. Oh, it's my nature as a curse to slaughter you humans. This is why you humans are this. This is why you humans are that. All that talk, all that yapparoonie all upside my dome piece, only to start running away and crying and screaming like a baby the moment you were put on the back foot. If that isn't fraudulent, I don't know what it is.
So he honestly would have been at 100% legit if he didn't get, like, killed by Yuji, essentially. Well, I guess Geto finished him in the end, but anyway. Now, I completely forgot that I had missed two characters, so I've gone ahead and added them real quick. The old principal guy, I'll probably put him in neutral, too. Now, Mahoraga is a fraud, bro. This man was trash. How are you gonna be, like, one of the strongest curses or whatever, but just, like, get bodied in your first fight? Like, that's just embarrassing. This dude also is a...
You're a Jogo fan. You can't hide the truth from me, Kumo, but there is no way you're giving Jogo a pass for absolutely being dog walked by Gojo and Sukuna, and then you give Mahoraga, who had no statements for himself, and then do my boy dirty like that. Really? You're putting Kokichi Muda and Jogo in 100% legit and or fair, and then you're putting my boy Mahoraga in front? No, not my son, bro. Why you have to do my boy Big Raga like that? Big Roggy, no. I'm hurt. I'm hurt for Raga. How you gonna hurt my boy like that? Well, let's see. Awasaka. Fraud.
Fraud, bro. He had, like, one of the most OP abilities I've ever seen and got bodied. And with that, the tier list is concluded. Wow, this is the most, like, even tier list I've ever made. If we just, like, move you down to Fraud Watch, it's completely even. That's crazy. Honestly, it will be really interesting to make like a tier list just based off how much I like these characters instead of how much of a fraud they are. I'm sure that one would look like way more differently. For example, Todo would definitely be in the highest tier, aka S tier. So if you want me to make a video like that, make sure to like this video and check out this video right here where I talk about why Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, the Shibuya arc specifically, is amazing.
All right. I've Troyo Boyle 17. You can't bring me back. I've already watched that video like 5 times. Please stay away from me. Stay away from me, Troyo Boyle. But overall, yeah. W video editing me is going to scream. I think it's like the most editing he's ever had to wake up for. And he needs to put the manga spoiler warning at the start of the video. Ooh, I know he's mad. But that aside, very, very, very W video. Alright, I'm excited. I'll probably will check out that video. I'll react to that too. Come on, man. I'm excited. I'm so happy to find new channels. That's the big thing. I love when YouTube is like, here, eat this on some All Might type B, and I actually get to eat new content from new content creators. So I'm always excited and I'm always very, very happy. However, what do you guys think? Who is your biggest fraud in Jujutsu Kaisen? And if you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave fake Jordans. Fake Jordans in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on every video second of the channel. Also, I do have a page down below where you can support me for as low as $1 a month. Things like exclusive videos, early content, and more. You also now become a member of the channel for as low as $3 a month to get the same perks and more. So those perks include the live reaction to the very next chapter of Jujutsu Kaisen, along with ad-free variations for all my videos, and if you become a $25 patron or $25 member, you can order whatever video you want. And if you want to do a one-time donation, whether it be small or large, to order a video, you can click the Ko-fi link in the description down below. And thank you so much for watching once again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is That with a Pencil, writing off.